Please note that this educational video was produced a generation ago. For that reason it has been re-edited with new graphics and audio in order to give the viewer a more clear presentation of this timeless hairstyling education. The panel-to-panel technique used in the video was designed by Michael as a visual tool to help his students understand the fundamental basics that are used to cut short hair with speed and precision. Please keep in mind that these clipper cutting techniques can be utilized for any type of short hair style, and are meant to enhance and inspire creative vision, which is required skill in order to become a world-class hair cutter. Welcome to the Michael Della Penna Hair Design Series. Michael has won recognition and awards in both national and international hair styling competitions. His work is in the forefront of hair styling and fashion innovation, and can often be seen in leading hair industry publications. He has traveled the world successfully training many students and professional hair stylists in both men's and women's hair design, cutting and styling techniques, salon-client relations, and the art of international competitions. We are confident the winning techniques contained in these lessons will give you the insight necessary for personal and financial success as a hairstyling professional. Design number 3, Men's Classic Clipper Over Comb, Panel-to-Panel Technique. Before starting your clipper over comb, try to mentally visualize 5 panels on the head, 3 in the back of the head, and 1 on each side over the ears. With a smooth rhythmic motion, begin at the very bottom of panel number 1 using a wide comb and a number 1 clipper blade. Always keep the comb moving slower than the clippers. This panel must be evenly cut, because it will be your primary guide for the rest of the bottom and sides of the head. You must repeat this cutting technique on this section as many times as needed. You will find, by going over the panels multiple times, your finished cut will be very clean, with no steps or lines in the hair. Onto the remaining panels, again we begin at the very bottom, working upwards using the same exact rhythmic cutting motion. Take notice that the teeth of the comb are pointed upwards towards the ceiling, with the bottom back of the comb pressed against the head. By pushing the bottom of the comb into the hair, it forces the short hair up and through the teeth of the comb at a 90-degree angle, so that the clippers can easily cut the hair. This comb technique helps avoid the creation of any gouges or lines in the hair. By practicing these skilled techniques, you are forced to be more focused on hand-to-eye coordination and control. Always think of the comb as being a type of clipper guard and as an important tool that helps controls the direction of the hair. We repeat, always keep the teeth of the comb pointed upwards towards the ceiling while cutting to avoid lines and gouges in the back of the head. Clipper over comb technique is a true freehand sculpting art that does not rely on a fixed guard attachment. This type of cutting requires time practice to master. It will bring your expertise to new levels and the ability to raise your creativity, giving you the opportunity to work on a new skill set. The next step is to outline around the ears, the neck and the nape. Change to an adjustable blade clipper and a fine-tooth taper comb, then use a rocking motion to soften the taper line. Onto the flat top design. Please pay attention to this illustration that represents a basic and fundamental shape from a front and side profile view of a classic flat top form. This concept must always be visualized in order to create a flat top shape. Please take note that there are many variations of a flat top and not all flat top lengths are the same. Some are very short and some can be longer. The variations are dependent on the type of hair length and texture and the shape of the head, and possibly other characteristics and wants of the customer. Once the back and the sides are cut to the desired length, we begin to remove the bulk on top. Start at the crown moving towards the front and establish a center guide at the top of the head. We then use the comb to bring the hair from the sides into the center and create a smooth cut across the comb. The comb must be kept flat and parallel to the floor in order to maintain a balanced cut. Continue sculpting the desired shape by slightly rounding the corners of the sides and back. Remember that you are the artist and that you will create the desired freehand shape. The last step is very important. The entire front and top must be blow-dried straight up from the scalp at a 90-degree angle before we tighten up and sculpt the final flat top look. Use a narrow nozzle and set the blow dryer on high speed and high heat. The narrow nozzle creates a powerful airflow that is considered a tool, which allows you to force the hair into a shape and prepares the hair to be cut into this particular style. Put the blow-dry emphasis on any and all flat spots, any cowlicks, growth patterns, and the front hairline. These areas must come up as straight as possible from the scalp so that a flat top look can be formed and carved into an aesthetically pleasing form. Once the top is blown straight up from the scalp, have your client sit with his head straight up and face him towards the mirror to finish the final step. Using your mirror to maintain a balance and to keep the head straight, begin cutting at the crown and move slowly towards the front, keeping the comb flat and parallel to the floor. Remove small amounts of hair at a time as not to gouge or create holes on the top. Continue with the technique until you achieve the perfect flat top. If you liked this tutorial lesson, please share it with others. And do not forget to click the subscribe and the like buttons to help promote our haircutting education channel. Thank you very much.